you. Last but not least, 1440 in partnership with something that I can't see because I'm in dark mode. Good morning! It's Wednesday, July 22nd, and we're covering public corruption in Ohio, European stimulus, and a war crimes trial in Sudan. Need to know. Ohio Speaker arrested. Officials from the FBI arrested Ohio House Speaker Larry Householder, Republican, yesterday, alleging he and 4 associates were part of a massive $60 million bribery and racketeering scheme. The scope of the probe makes it one of the largest public corruption cases in the state's history. Specific details have not yet been revealed, but the charges appear linked to kickbacks following a controversial 2019 bill that effectively bailed out 2 nuclear plants. Under the bill, First Energy Solutions, which operates the state's only 2 nuclear plants, would receive $150 million in direct payments annually through 2027. The company said the plants, which employ more than 1,400 combined, would otherwise shutter in 2021. To fund the payments, all Ohio ratepayers saw an 85-cent surcharge added to their monthly bill. Well, that's not much. Householder, known for shooting televisions in campaign advertisements, was the subject of a bribery investigation during a previous stint as Speaker in 2004. Separately, federal officials are investigating Illinois House Speaker Michael Madigan, Democrat, as part of a bribery probe against energy company Commonwealth Edison. Stimulus in Europe. European Union officials announced agreement on an $857 billion stimulus package early yesterday to help fight the economic impact of the panic in its 27-member countries. Spearheaded by German Chancellor Angela Merkel, the plan is notable for being the first time EU countries will collectively raise and sell bonds rather than individually. At least half the money will be given out as grants, not loans that require repayment from the hardest-hit members like Spain, Italy, France, and the UK. The pact comes as U.S. lawmakers debate a 4th stimulus package with a minimum projected price tag over $1 trillion. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, Republican Kentucky, said yesterday a bill, which would follow $2.3 trillion in previously passed support, would include a second round of direct payments. Details are being negotiated, but McConnell has stated the payments would be capped at individual incomes of $40,000. The previous round was phased out beginning at $75,000. Separately, a new study suggested the actual case count in the U.S. could be 6 to 24 times higher than currently reported. Fucking bullshit. Widening the extent of the virus, but lowering the implied fatality rate. True? Oh yes, if we were saying people who had it but had no idea they had it, yeah. There is that. President Trump restarted the White House's daily coronavirus briefings yesterday, saying things may get worse before getting better. Yeah, as far as government overreach, local government overreach, the statements came as the U.S. recorded 1,000 deaths in a 24-hour period for the first time since May. That's 1,000 alleged deaths. The U.S. has reported 3.9 million total cases as of this morning, alleged, with 142,068 alleged deaths. See how your state is doing here. Trial in Sudan. The trial of longtime Sudanese ruler Omar al-Bashir began yesterday, with the 76-year-old strongman facing charges related to the 1989 coup that brought him to power. Bashir, who led Sudan for 30 years despite international warrants for his arrest, has been imprisoned since being deposed in a democratic uprising last year. The current trial is being held in the country's capital of Khartoum. He will be transferred to the International Criminal Court after the trial to face allegations of war crimes and crimes against humanity. Chief among the charges against Bashir is his role in the Darfur genocide, which has been ongoing in western Sudan since 2003 and left between 100,000 and 400,000 dead. In particular, the Bashir government backed notorious Janjaweed military groups who carried out widespread atrocities on the civilian population. Proceedings are expected to begin again in early August. Danish shades for sunny days. Ah, yes. That's Christopher Clues. As far as people go, the Danes seem to have it figured out. From high scores on income equality to long life expectancy to great education systems, it's hard to see why Danes wouldn't love being Danes. Coincidentally, Christopher Clue's glasses are also from Denmark. Now, we're not saying Christopher Clue's eyewear is the reason Danes are so happy, but we're also not saying it. Christopher Clue's sunglasses are the sleeker, smarter, better functioning versions of your current shades. They're basically the Denmark of sunglasses. Polarized, beautiful designs, and spring-hinged so they hug and don't hurt your face. You'll be wondering how and why you ever bought your last pair of mall kiosk shades. And Christopher Clue's doesn't stop at sunglasses. They also have an elite line of blue light glasses to ease headaches, eye strain, and insomnia that we know all too well from staring at screens all day. If you aren't sold yet, just check out their site today. You'll be leaving with your very own spring-hinged sunglasses or blue light glasses by the end of the day. And use coupon code 1440 for 20% off. Please support our sponsors. In the know. Sports, entertainment, and culture. San Diego Comic-Con goes virtual today for the first time in event's 50-year history. We'll include 350 free panels featuring actors, writers, and more from television, movies, gaming, and comics. That sounds depressing. Planned Parenthood will remove the name of Margaret Sanger, the organization's founder, from its Manhattan clinic due to her connections to the eugenics movement in the 1920s. Oh, so they're finally acknowledging that. But they're just going to turn around and erase it, while continuing on with their own little eugenics movement. All-star group of owners, including former players, and what I mean by that, by the way, is the fact that, more black babies are aborted than any other color, ethnicity. That's a lot of black babies. It's a fuck ton of black babies. And the other little matter of any baby that is found to have a genetic disorder such as Down syndrome, there's that. People find that out and they decide that they would rather kill their child than deal with something that's not entirely normal. Like in Iceland. They have 0 people with Down syndrome because they've killed them all. So yes, that's what I mean by eugenics, because it is happening. The difference is that it's not being frowned upon. All-star group of owners, including former players and celebrities like Natalie Portman and Jennifer Garner, to bring National Women's Soccer League expansion team to Los Angeles in 2022. Okay. Science and technology. 2 Chinese nationals charged in the U.S. over decade-long global hacking scheme. Pair obtained hundreds of millions of dollars in stolen intellectual property and recently targeted vaccine research efforts. Wow. Why is decade long? And they've just now been rooted out, or? Weird. Why did it take so long to find them? First of its kind study finds brain connectivity, the efficiency of information transfer through the neural network, is the same across 130 mammal species, regardless of size or structure. Spinal stimulators used to treat chronic pain could add realistic sensory feedback to prosthetics, potentially returning the sense of touch to those who've lost limbs. Awesome. Business and Markets, brought to you by The Ascent. Walmart to close stores on Thanksgiving for the first time since the 1980s. Holy crap. They've been open on Thanksgiving for that long due to the panic. I mean, I think it's a good thing. It's a national holiday. Why not close? Amazon postpones Prime Day, typically held in mid-July. Yep. Hasn't it been? Yeah, mid-July. We're now a little past mid-July. I think it's been postponed more than once. About the Walmart thing, I mean, yeah, if you forget something on your pre-Thanksgiving shopping trip. You can't go pick it up on Thanksgiving, but, you know, just be better prepared. And I'm sure there will probably be other stores open anyway. Apple aims to become carbon neutral by 2030. Will focus efforts on supply chain and product development as corporate operations have already achieved goal. Corporate operations have already achieved goal. So what you're telling me is Apple products, which are already super expensive, like ridiculously expensive, are gonna be even more expensive. That's what I'm hearing. And hey, I mean, that's fine by me. I fucking hate Apple. I don't buy that shit. But for the people that do, y'all watch out. Coca-Cola revenues slide 28% in second quarter, largest decline in more than 30 years. Says the worst of the panic effects is behind the company. Okay, so you think that your revenue is just going to go up from here? Okay. I don't understand why that would have affected Coca-Cola anyway. I mean, the more people stayed home, didn't they want to get a bunch of junk food and stuff? Social media giant Snap shares fall 6% in after-hours trading after missing user growth expectations. Yeah, well, sooner or later, you're going to run out of people. 0% APR is 100% an insane deal. This card offers 0% APR for 18 months on balance transfers, giving you a year and a half to save big. Enjoy that and no annual fee. Politics and world affairs. White House issues formal veto threat of annual defense policy bill over provision that military bases honoring Confederate leaders be renamed. Okay. Yeah, it seems unnecessary to include in a federal law that all of those bases have to be renamed. I mean, because honestly, the local people of the area where those bases are should probably be consulted about whether or not they want it changed. And hey, if the idea is the right thing, if that's really, you know, what's best, if that's really correct and the moral thing to do, then surely everybody will agree, right? And if possibly it's not this big virtuous moral thing to rename a fucking base, then you don't get to do it. President Trump signs order excluding undocumented immigrants from congressional reapportionment. This is a good thing. I'm happy about this. U.S. orders Chinese consulate in Houston closed within 72 hours. Details not yet provided. Interesting. A 7.8 magnitude earthquake strikes off the coast of Alaska. Overnight tsunami warning issued, but no injuries reported. Okay, so tsunami warning, but so far no tsunami. Although it could take a while, I think. 14 people injured after gunfire breaks out at a Chicago funeral. Oh yeah, funny story about that. Well, no, not funny. Not funny, haha. So the funeral was for a victim of a shooting. And here we have a shooting at their funeral. Yeah, I know, it's not really funny, but sad Chicago. Mayor Lori Lightfoot says arrival of federal agents in city would be for anti-violence efforts, not to quell racial injustice protests. Okay, so I'm guessing she's saying that because she asked for them to come in. Because otherwise, if they had just come in without her invitation, then she would be bitching about how they're definitely there to quell racial injustice protests. Higgy? Hygge? Hygge? That's right. Hygge. It's the Danish word describing a sensation of comfort, coziness, and contentedness. And Hygge is exactly what you'll feel when you put on your first pair of Christopher Clue's sunglasses. Their spring hinges hug your face, extending beyond the typical 90 degrees, so the wide and narrow-headed among us can wear in style. Plus, their sleek styles will have you stealing glances at the mirror all summer long. So check out Christopher Clue's frames that are straight out of Denmark today. Get 20% off with code 1440. Please support our sponsors. Etc. Science solves the fascinating mystery of goosebumps. Ooh. MIT engineers design an affordable, reusable N95 quality mask, which still won't be enough to filter out particles as small as the coronavirus. Just fucking saying. Ranking the best cities to be a freelancer. What Microsoft found when it analyzed its newly remote workforce. I'm guessing it's probably going to be something good, like increased productivity or something like that. You can now do personal crowdfunding on Instagram. The 250 greatest movies of all time, per IMDb. The Satanic Temple is now offering college scholarships. Just go away. An incredibly time-consuming way to smuggle cocaine. Clickbait. Added to the reasons 2020 is the worst. Bunny Ebola. Bunny Ebola. So that's Ebola for bunnies. History book. America the Beautiful, written 1893. Infamous gangster John Dillinger killed by federal agents, 1934. Happy birthday, Jeopardy host Alex Trebek. Happy birthday, Alex Trebek, 1940. Happy birthday, singer and actress Selena Gomez, 1992. Saddam Hussein's sons Uday and Qusay are killed, 2003. It's very important in life to know when to shut up, Alex Trebek. That's a great quote, Alex Trebek. It's very important in life to know when to shut up. And you hear that? Satanic Temple? Yeah? Satanic Temple? It's very important in life to know when to shut up, Satanic Temple. And that's it for 1440. And that's it for Sundry News. Thank you and goodbye.